Here are two questions, and we'll just identify what transformations they represent. Both of them are parabolas, quadratics, and both of them are in vertex form, which makes it really easy to see their transformations. First thing we do is look in the brackets here. It says x minus 1. In the brackets, we always do what the opposite of the sign says. So this says x minus 1. That means shift right by 1. Next thing we look at, sort of like bedmass, order of operations. First do the stuff in the brackets, next do what's multiplying the brackets. Well, it's a 3, so that's a stretch vertically by 3. And the last thing we do is look what's added on or subtracted onto the end. It's plus 5, so that's going to be a shift up by 5. And then on this one here, very similar, but you know what? Let's change this question just to make it interesting. Why am I changing it? Because I want you to see what happens if you had negative a half. What does it mean instead of having a whole number, having a fraction? Alright, we'll give it a try, but remember your order operation. Start with inside the brackets. Let's shift. The opposite of plus 4 is negative 4, so we'll shift left 4. Now back to that negative a half, what does it mean? That negative a half does two things. First, the negative tells you to flip upside down. So you can say reflect or flip. And in this case, since it's part of the y stuff, by that I mean it's outside the brackets, it works on the y's. And if you think about how a graph would look, if you're flipping all the y values that maybe are up here, they'll all flip upside down here over the x-axis. So this negative out in front means flip, and it means flip over the x-axis because you're flipping the y stuff. What does the half mean? The half tells you it's not a stretch. It's on the outside of the brackets like last time, which was a stretch. This time it works on the y, but instead of stretching, it's compressing vertically. And we'll say by 1/2. And we'll say a factor of 1/2. I like saying factor. You don't necessarily need it. That is, our compression makes the parabola half as big vertically. Last thing to do is shift down by 7. And I got that from the end of the equation.